So I just wanted to give a demo of how Felt Table works to play Transformers. It's going to be a little awkward since I'm using one hand. But here I have my deck that I'm going to play with. So what I did is I went ahead and put the deck list into Fortress Maximus. And then what I'm going to do is basically download the deck here. Open this up, and then you just need to copy this text, and then you'll go to Felt Table. You'll say you want to play Transformers, and then here you can paste your human deck and AI deck. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to switch these two decks around. So I'm going to play as Bumblebee, Wheeljack, and Prowl, and then I will play against an Optimus Prime, Nemesis Prime deck. So it's a deck that's really heavy on blue pips, and then for my deck, it's a bunch of offensive orange pips with the car upgrades and actions that kind of let me flip around. So I'll go ahead and hit load. So you'll see that the game board has essentially been loaded. What's going on here is it renders the characters on my side as well as the characters on the opponent's side. So I have my cards here. So I'll just go ahead and match my game state. So I have Wheeljack, Prowl. And then in order to play, so essentially I'll just be playing on my side of the board here, and then just inputting the changes I make onto the web app and kind of going from there. So let's start the first turn. So I'll be first player, so I'll just go ahead and draw my 4 cards. So we got a lot of orange pips, which is good, but at the same time we want to draw these, we don't actually want to play these. So on the first turn, since I can't actually play any cards, or I can't play an action or do an upgrade, I'll just figure out who I want to actually attack. So here, if you hover over Optimus, you'll see, you can see the stats for the specific characters. In this case, I'm pretty terrified of Rare Optimus because of his bot ability to trigger actions when he flips cards for attacks. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to take him out first. So I will probably, the general strategy I try to use with Bumblebee, this is the super rare one, is I'll just go ahead and flip him first, just so he can go ahead and attack. So when he flips back to bot mode, or to alt mode, he can go ahead and attack someone who's tapped, just in case I want to kind of focus fire on someone. So since I flip Bumblebee, I'll have to go in here and say flip bot. So this list comes up to say who you want to actually, or who you actually flipped on your side. In this case, I flipped Bumblebee. And then I don't actually want to attack with him yet because I don't want to leave him too exposed. Prowl is pretty weak in health, so I'll just tap with Wheeljack. And I'll probably hit Battlefield Legend, like I said. So here you go to attack. Say you're attacking with Wheeljack, and then you want to attack with Optimus Prime. So here you'll see this intermediate attack phase. It goes ahead and calculates, the attacker score, which is 4, which is the attack that Wheeljack has, and the base defense of Optimus Prime is 3. And here on the bottom, it's basically asking me how many orange icons I flip. So it's the player's responsibility to calculate their own bold and calculate any card flip bonuses that they have. So the game is going to do it for you, but the game just wants to know how many orange icons ultimately flipped. So in this case, Wheeljack doesn't have bold. I didn't play any actions that give me bold, so I'll just go ahead and flip 2 cards. So I have a flamethrower and leap into battle. So that is 1 orange pip. And here Optimus is going to flip his card. So he got a white pip, and then you got 3 blue pips, which is not great for us since he basically just blocked the entire defense. So here's the game log. So the game log is pretty important to kind of figure out what's going on. The UI, the game UI doesn't necessarily show every intermediate step that's going on. I'm trying to improve that to display as much information as possible. But for the meantime, the easiest thing is just to kind of read the game log to see what's going on so you don't miss anything. So here combat is ended, so the round is ended. Okay, so my turn is over. So let's play one turn for the AI. So he plays the bigger they are on Nemesis Prime. He flips Nemesis Prime, and then he's going to attack Wheeljack. And here, oh, he's attacking for 9 plus 2 blue pips, which is 0. So here I need to tell the game how many blue icons I flipped. So in this case, let's go ahead and flip our deck. 1 white, which is good. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. That's about what we expected. The deck is mainly focused on orange anyway. So in this case, I have 0 blue, which is unfortunate. So he hits me for 7. So now Wheeljack has 6 health left. So I'm going to go ahead and say combat is ended. So end round. Okay, so then the game log says player 1 draws a card. So you kind of just have to remember that you need to draw a card. So the game isn't focusing on your deck at all, or what's in your discard pile. So you mainly just input what you're doing on your side with your physical cards into the game state. So in this case here, we see that, okay, well, it's not great since we didn't actually do any damage on Optimus Prime, our attack whiff the first time around. So we'll probably just try to hit Nemesis Prime since he's downed anyway. Actually, I think we'll still try to hit Optimus. Optimus is probably the worst character out of the two, and luckily if we flip Bumblebee, he'll be able to. So let's take a look at what we have. So we could play an action and an upgrade. We have turbo boosters, which would be really good here. Peace Through Tyranny is probably not what we want to play. We wanted to flip that instead of play that. So we have a treasure hunt and a turbo boosters. So we'll most likely play the turbo boosters, but let's go ahead and play treasure hunt first. So I'll come in here and say we're going to play an action, and then this list comes up, and then we'll scroll down, or you can type also. So T, treasure hunt. So play treasure hunt. So it really just tells the AI that we play treasure hunt, even though it doesn't really affect them in any way. So we'll just go ahead and scrap the top 4 cards of our deck. 1, and we get all upgrades. So not that one, that's 2. Leap into battle, 3. Leap into battle. Oh, that sucks. So we take the Scrapper Gauntlets. Okay, so then we can play 1 upgrade here, since we already played our action. The AI has no weapons, so Scrapper Gauntlets probably isn't the best play. We get the +1 defense, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and put turbo boosters on Wheeljack, which will untap him because he is a car. So coming up here, so when you play upgrades, you just go to this play upgrade button and say you're playing turbo boosters on Wheeljack, and then the game state updates to reflect. So here we have, so here the red 7 says that Wheeljack has 7 damage. The +1 in yellow signifies the +1 bonus from turbo boosters. So if you highlight over turbo boosters, you can see the card rendered here. So we probably don't want to use him to attack since he's most likely going to get killed by Optimus. So, what should we do? Who do we want to flip? Let's see what Wheeljack's ability is. You have a weapon. He gets bold 3. That is pretty good. We wanted to attack Optimus though, so let's go ahead and flip Bumblebee to card mode. So we'll come here and say flip Bumblebee. Perfect. So he's flipped. We don't have an action we can play. We definitely don't want to play Peace Through Tyranny. That's just going to lose us the game, most likely. It's not great. Bumblebee can only attack for 4. What does Prowl do? Repair 1 damage. Let's go ahead and try it. So we'll attack with Bumblebee on Optimus Prime. So let's go ahead and so we'll tap it on our side, and then we'll come in here and say we're attacking with Bumblebee on Optimus Prime. So 4-3. So we have no bold, which is not good, but let's go ahead and see what we get. We got 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So we flipped 3 orange pips. So we come back here. It's 3 orange, 7 to 3. Oh no. All right, so we only did 1 damage. It's not good. We're probably not gonna win this game. So combat has ended. So let's go ahead and check the next AI round. They flip Optimus, so that's not good. They play Plasma Burst on Wheeljack. And then they go ahead and equip a handheld blaster, which gives him bold 1. So he's gonna flip 3 base. Okay, so that's 8, and he is attacking Bumblebee. So I don't have, oh. Yeah, so luckily he didn't play an action. I guess he could have played security checkpoint, but he didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip for blue icons. We got a white. So we got 1 blue icon. So we come in here, 8 to 2. All right, so Bumblebee takes 6 damage, which is not good. But now, at least the good thing is, they are all tapped out. So I drew Matrix of Leadership. So actually, what would be really good here is to put Turbo Boosters on Bumblebee to untap him because he's still a car. So let's do that. Scroll down, Turbo Boosters on Bumblebee. All right, so now we have our board here. We can't play an action. We still don't want to play Peace Through Tyranny. Anyone we want to flip? Let's see. Oh, when you upgrade one of your cards. So yeah, so the card effects are in this game log right here, so you kind of have to pay attention and also read your cards. So in this case, when you upgrade one of your cards, you get to draw a card, then scrap one from your hand. So this is perfect. So we got Treasure Hunt. So let's scrap Peace Through Tyranny. So we didn't play an action yet, so let's go ahead and play Treasure Hunt again. So coming up here, play action, Treasure Hunt. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and scrap the top 4 again. So Force Field, that's great. Grenade Launcher, that's excellent. Force Field again. Oh, this is awesome. Grenade. Oh, this is going to be great. So unfortunately, I already played my 1 upgrade to untap Bumblebee. But the next turn is going to be really good for me. So in this case, let's check Prowl. One of your cards is KO. This might be a good one to flip because either Wheeljack might be the next one to go down, in which case, if he does, I can go ahead and heal Bumblebee. Let's see what Wheeljack's one is. That's pretty good, actually. Let's do that. So we're gonna flip Wheeljack. Just make sure we have a weapon. Flamethrower. Okay, so we're gonna get bold 3, which is gonna be really good. Shuffle this up. Okay, so we flip Wheeljack. So let's come back up here and say flip bot. We're gonna flip Wheeljack. Okay, and now we can basically just go all in on Optimus then. Since Turbo Boosters is an awesome car. So let's go ahead and attack with Bumblebee. So I'm just gonna tap on my side and we're gonna attack Optimus. Let's try to get him down, 5 to 2. So let's get some good card flips. So that's 1, 2. So I have no bold, so that's just 1 orange. So let's come up here and say 1 orange, 6 to 3. Cool, so that's 3 damage. So the game is smart enough to detect that you have no more, or the opponent has no more tapped characters. So in this case, it says player 2 has no more untapped characters, so player 1 can keep attacking. So in this case, let's attack with Wheeljack. And we'll hit Optimus Prime. So luckily, Wheeljack has a base attack of 5 plus 1 is 6, but he also gets bold 3. So we're gonna flip 5 cards. So let's do some damage. 1, not what we want. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was a really good flip. So let's come up here. We flipped 5 orange icons. 11 to 2, 11 to 4. Nice. So 11. So he took 7 damage and has 3 left. Okay, and then Prowl's the last person that I can attack. So he can go ahead and attack Optimus. He's doing 3 to 2. So it flips 2, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Hopefully that's enough to take him down. It's 3 orange, 6 to 2, 6 to 3. Yep, he was defeated. So looks like all this action cheating from my, so he's gone. He went ahead and grayed out, and at the end of the round, everyone untaps. And all the action cheating from turbo boosters looks like it worked. So it looks like I'm in good shape, especially with all my grenade launchers and force fields with just Nemesis Prime. So yeah, that was the demo. Feel free to check it out. Let me know what you think.